St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh,
Hey.
the diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The Bivo app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you this subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
Bivo.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time.
Coverage continues of the 2025 Canada Games in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. It's game number 2 on the pitch here today in women's soccer, day number 1 of women's soccer competition. And this is Team Nova Scotia and Team Yukon getting set to do battle in the first game of the competition for both of these teams. Glad to have you on board. My name is Matthew Little. Beside me is Seth Hyde. Seth, we already saw Ontario versus Prince Edward Island a little bit earlier today. Ontario with a 4-0 win to get on top of that group early on. Nova Scotia and Yukon looking to get themselves into first place in their pool if either team can get a win here in their first match tonight.
Yeah, this should be a dandy. I mean, Nova Scotia, a dark horse here in this competition. They had bronze in the 2022 Summer Games in Niagara. They keep growing as a soccer program in the Atlantic Canadian province. They got 4th in the men's division this year. So this should be a really good game between both of these teams to kick off this Group C.
That was a solid result, as you say, for the men. Of course, the Halifax Wanderers now joined by the Halifax Tides of the Northern Super League out of the Nova Scotia capital city. Some fans from Yukon have made the trip for this one. Nova Scotia traveling well. Also, I passed a guy a little bit earlier coming in a Nova Scotia tartan kilt. Absolutely loved the look. I told him he was a brave man because it is not a warm night here tonight in St. John's. But nonetheless, we are ready for soccer.
And Gusty is in the building as well, Matt.
Gusty, our mascot for the 2025 Canada Games. Dude is an absolute rock star. Every building he walks into, absolutely mobbed with fans. So very glad to have Gusty along with us, and glad to have you here as well for what should be a good game. That's Nova Scotia in the all-blue uniforms coming into this matchup. Yukon in the white and purple as we get set to go. There's a good look at Team Yukon. Helping out the broadcasters. Most of those jerseys actually have names on the back. That doesn't happen through a lot of Canada Games uniforms, regardless of the sport. fans in the stands bringing the noise as the teams come out to center, and we get set to get underway between Nova Scotia and the Yukon. Starting goaltender for Nova Scotia, that's Kennedy May in the all-purple kit, and Mary London down to the other side for Team Yukon. Wearing the captain's armband for Yukon, that's Ella Lawrence, as we get underway in this matchup between Nova Scotia and Yukon. Nova Scotia on the attack early, but the goaltender out to clear. Nova Scotia out on the wing, looking for an option. It's Buchanan, she'll send it back. In the midfield. Nova Scotia coming through with it here. Out wide. Some decent weight on that ball. Nova Scotia gets to it, sends it across, header down and in! Inside the first minute of the match, Nova Scotia opens the scoring. The cross comes in, the header down and back of the net. And the Blue Nosers are pumped here at the Canada Games.
What a way to get started, just 36 seconds into this matchup. What a beautiful cross by Julia Akau. Right to that back post, a wide open net for Team Nova Scotia that just headed in. And they are up 1-0, earlier than the goal we saw in the game just before this one between Ontario and PEI, which was 2 minutes and 10 seconds in. This one just 36.
Well, in that first game between Ontario and Prince Edward Island, Ontario did score, as Seth said, in the 3rd minute, but didn't get any more goals until the second half. We'll see if Yukon can hold down the fort here. Certainly a wake-up call very early in this one, as Nova Scotia's first opportunity ends up in the back of the net. Now the foul goes against Mert of Team Nova Scotia, and Yukon will take over.
And Matt, I'd just like to point out, ever since the Wanderers expanded to Halifax in the CPL, it seems like soccer has exploded in Nova Scotia. You know, their programs were kind of forgotten about before this, but now, you know, they're a team that everybody's like, oh, they could be good, they could medal, they could finish top 4. So it just goes to show how, you know, when these big leagues like the CPL and the NSL come to these provinces, how drastically it can change.
Giving people something to shoot for, giving people something to get behind, if nothing else, to just go on to the game. And if you didn't know much about soccer, there are very few better ways to introduce your friend who doesn't like soccer to the game than taking them down to Wanderers grounds and plopping them into the kitchen. You will leave loving soccer by the end of that day, I guarantee you. Now picked off by Yukon. Nova Scotia will take it back under control again. Akau sending it back into the defense. That's Workman. Nova Scotia across to the other side. McDowell. She'll see it up the wing. And this one will just roll into touch, and that will be a Yukon throw over on the far side. 1-0 Nova Scotia, 3 minutes in. Ball turned over, Nova Scotia throw this time around. Nova Scotia still in control in their offensive half of the field as they send it back again to the defense. But everybody is pushed up. Miller getting it across for Workman. Workman sends that ball forward for Nova Scotia. Yukon have the defense in the way. Nova Scotia just on the outside of the box. Here's Mert. Fakes one way, tries to deliver in off of that left foot, blocked up by the Yukon. Nova Scotia rushing to get it back. Still there, still in possession. The top of the 18. That'll be flipped toward the goaltender and bounce out wide of the net. So goal kick for the Yukon. Mary London, the keeper. She'll let her defense take care of this one. Madeline Smith sending the ball ahead. Nova Scotia unable to perfectly steal. Poked free, and Yukon send this one down the sideline where Nova Scotia will try and get it back under control, and they will. Workman once again for Team Nova Scotia. Workman kind of 1-on-3 there, gets the ball out wide. And that one comes off a foot and goes out. And another goal kick for Team Yukon. Quick look at Julia Cow for Nova Scotia, who's been very good here in the early going, number 11. Dangerous on the ball a couple of times, 17-year-old out of New Minas. And there's Gusty getting some selfies with the crowd. I tell you, the guy is a rock star. Ball still right at the top of the 18 for Team Yukon. As the ladies from the territory try to get this thing under control, instead it will go out for a Nova Scotia corner. So first corner kick of the match coming up to Team Nova Scotia. Going out to the corner to deliver it in is Mert. And Mert will play it in short for Team Nova Scotia. Sent toward the goal. That one will drift just high and wide. A decent effort from Nova Scotia, but off the mark. And we remain Nova Scotia 1, Yukon no score here, entering the 7th minute of play.
Yeah, just letting in a goal that early on in the game kind of sucks the momentum out of you just a little bit. Still a long game for Yukon to get back into this one, but letting in a goal 30 seconds in definitely doesn't help.
No, certainly not where you want to be at all. And Nova Scotia trying to steal the ball in a dangerous place, but that'll go off the foot and out, and a goal kick for Yukon. Nova Scotia, Yukon, and correct me if I'm wrong, Seth, New Brunswick are the other team in this group as well, I do believe.
Yeah, another Atlantic-Canadian rivalry in the same group. New Brunswick and Nova Scotia were also in the same group in the men's division as well, alongside the territory. So, copy and pasted.
Back into play. Here's Workman for Team Nova Scotia. All the way to the back line. Van Kessel. Nova Scotia with just 2 players at the back right now.
There he is.
Gusty's got the moves.
Wow. Swimming.
Well, he's naturally good at that. Always hamming it up for the camera. Back in. This will be cleared by Yukon. Yukon still looking to get some solid possessions so they can get this thing down the field. Nova Scotia has been placing them under all sorts of pressure on here in the early going. Well, Yukon has lots of bodies back. Nova Scotia cannot deliver the cross. That's deflected away. And Yukon will play it out wide. That goes into touch. Kylie Buchanan, number 12, over to take the throw for Nova Scotia. 2 Buchanans on the pitch. Kylie's number 12, and Jada is number 16.
Well, Kylie Buchanan has had quite the last 2 years. Atlantic champion this year, school provincial champion in 2024, and the defensive player of the year in 2025.
Not a bad resume. Let's get another corner on the way for Team Nova Scotia. No? Never mind. The players certainly thought it was, but delivers the ball back to the Team Yukon keeper, Mary London, so she can take the goal kick. Sometimes people get a little confused on exactly where things are supposed to be. This time the flag is up. Nova Scotia offside, and Yukon will take possession again here in the 9th minute. 2 40-minute halves, not 45s, here played at the Canada Games. Opening day of women's soccer. We'll be back again tomorrow with more games on the way. Games, of course, being played here at King George V Soccer Stadium in St. John's, also at the brand new Fortis Canada Games complex beside Memorial University, and some happening out in CBS, Conception Bay South, as well, hosting a couple of games along the way in this tournament. Workman out wide to the wing. Return pass will be picked off by Yukon. That's played out the back. This one will be a corner for Nova Scotia after Brianna Brown cleared the ball.
Well, Brianna Brown is one of the rare players that has played 2 Canada Summer Games in soccer. She played in 2022 in Niagara, as well as the Arctic Winter Games in 2023 and 2024. So she's been on world tour here, played the Canada Games in 2022, and then she's played the games every single year.
It's impressive that there's a couple of players on this Yukon team that have done that they played in 2022 as obvious youngsters on that team and been able to come through and be leaders here on this team for Yukon. And there's a couple of young players again on this team for Yukon right now that we might see again in 4 years in New Brunswick in 2029 at the next Canada Summer Games. It's a very rare luxury that over that 4-year period in a U17 tournament like this, that teams would have players that would have that experience and be able to come back and share some of that with their teammates. But Yukon does have it. Team Yukon under all kinds of pressure, back in their own half right now. Good job to find the release valve there. Nova Scotia will jump on the ball and steal it back. Nova Scotia playing it all the way back to the D as they completely reset this. Everybody was over on one side of the field. Yukon, nice job picking off the pass. That's Brown. Brown goes to ground and she'll win the foul. So the ladies in the white and purple uniforms up the field a little bit here for the first time. Free kick from half.
Well, there's the replay of that foul right there. Just that little shove on the back was enough to draw the ref's attention and draw the foul.
Coming back on the attack, Nova Scotia, goaltender out. She didn't get the ball. Got to hustle back. And able to get away with it. Well done. Good recovery from Team Yukon. Nova Scotia looked like they were in there. But we remain 1-0. Cross in. Little contact played out by Yukon. Delivered in again and once again off a Yukon foot. Yukon doing a good job here. Minifee made the initial clearance there for Yukon. And offside against Nova Scotia gives us a stop. 12.5 minutes gone here in the first half as we go back to replay. Let's have a look at this one.
Well, look at this. Mary London coming way out of her net to come play that ball. That was a bold, bold play from her, but it ended up working out in the end. And you know what? As a goalkeeper, you can't second guess yourself, and she definitely didn't. Came all the way out and made a big play.
Smith and Emery with a good job on defense as well. Now Nova Scotia on the attack, and speaking of good defense, flying in, that is Smith. Makes another great play for Yukon at the back.
Well, Madeline Smith, the 16-year-old out of Whitehorse, who also played in the Arctic Winter Games in 2022 and 2023, making a huge play right here. Look at that extension of the leg and then going to ground. That's the sacrifices you got to make to keep that ball out of the net. Well done from her.
The delivery spilled by the keeper. That'll roll out the back, and we'll do another corner for Team Nova Scotia. Once again, Mert down here to deliver. In swinging corner kick. Bounces through. Nova Scotia will get a toe on it, but then cleared out of the way by Yukon. This one will roll all the way back toward the Yukon bench. So Nova Scotia forced to reset again. No luck on the corner kicks. And Yukon holding strong here in the early going. They've been under some pressure. Nova Scotia have certainly had some good looks, but some very good defensive play out of Team Yukon. Workman sending the ball off here. Now out wide for Team Nova Scotia. Able to beat one defender. Ball sent in, off a Yukon head, pops up. Nova Scotia with the header, and that one well high as that one misses and goes out. Still all smiles for Macau. Appreciate the service, even if the finish wasn't quite there.
Yeah, that's a tough one for her to bring down. I mean, it just catches the top of your head and just pops up in the air.
Now, you think it's hard to get the kick off your foot while you're running as fast as you can to go in the exact right direction you want. Try playing it off your head while doing so. There's a good header down, but not a lot on it. It'll roll down to the keeper, and London will take that one for Yukon. London's 17-year-old keeper out of Whitehorse. Some experience in the Arctic Winter Games, as well as some of her teammates. And playing a starring role here for Team Yukon in this one. Nova Scotia up at the corner of that 18-yard box. They'll dribble back out. Shot from range. That one will bounce wide. As Workman elected to have a go. Didn't really connect as cleanly with that shot as she might have liked to.
Well, Adele Workman played at the 2023 Winter Games in squash. She also got first at the 2025 Atlantics in soccer.
It's officially the first time I've had a soccer/squash athlete show up on on some of our notes here. That's a sport that would certainly lead to good quick reaction times as the ball is spilled again in Nova Scotia with a chance. And it will go out and be another corner, this time from the other side. A little more chaos in the box for Team Yukon. Taking this one out is Georgia Miller. She'll send the cross in from the other side. Miller's cross is up. Right there, they score! Mel Mert deflects it in for Team Nova Scotia, and it's 2-0.
Well, look at how excited they are. Mel Mert in the right place at the right time, and Nova Scotia has two just 18 minutes into the game.
Now, the rain certainly not dampening the enthusiasm for Team Nova Scotia as they score off the set piece.
Well, just watch this cross high over everyone. And that's a beautiful, beautiful goal by Mel Mert. Just hits it first time. That is a difficult goal to score, but she's done it, and she's done it with power and precision. And Nova Scotia lead 2-0.
Well, you got that right. No bringing that ball under control, no bringing it down, taking a touch. No, none of that. Just played straight out of the air, perfectly directed, under the bar and in to make it 2-0 for Team Nova Scotia here over the Yukon. That's Nova Scotia still in possession as Workman sends it out toward the wing once again for a count. Forward on here, Nova Scotia's got a look, looking for the post, and it's London coming across to deny Atkinson.
Wow, what a great save by Mary London. As the rain is starting to pick up again here.
Yeah, it really is.
It'll become difficult for Mary London to make saves like that now with these slippery conditions. But just look at this. That's a hard save to make. It looks like she got a piece of it there. It sure looked like it looking at the play. But as I see the closer up angle, I might have been wrong about that. But
it might have just gone out, but we'll give the goaltender the benefit of the doubt and say she got it with the fingertips to put it out. I think the ball actually did just go straight out considering we got the goal kick. Otherwise, it would have been a corner.
Yeah, when I saw them putting the ball at Mary London's feet, I was like, what's going on here? And then we saw the replay.
Yeah, with the goaltender in good position anyway. You know, whether that ball's pulled wide, whether it would have hit the post or anything, you're the goalie, you don't really want to take that chance when it's this close. You want to be right there. And London has been right there for Yukon throughout this. I mean, absolutely nothing she could have done on that last goal for Nova Scotia, unless it just happened to hit you on that that redirect, that deflection, and whatever you want to call that goal on the set piece. There was absolutely no time to react to that one. Just had to hope it hit you or a defender, and Nova Scotia played it perfectly. Nova Scotia taking the ball back away from Team Yukon, being forced to run back into their own half as Workman plays it all the way back to the goaltender. That is the first touch, I believe, for Kennedy May so far in this game for Team NS. Workman continuing to put in work for Team Nova Scotia. She sends it back over to the other side of the pitch. Long ball for Team Nova Scotia. They had two players up there, but it takes a bounce off of them. Goaltender out. Will she get it? Yes. London there again to shut down the attack.
Yeah, that's another great read by Mary London to come out, put herself in front of that ball, and if she were to collide with Nova Scotia player there, oh, Nova Scotia just scored.
That's how fast they've been coming. Faster than the replays can handle here. 3-0 for Team Nova Scotia. The dance is on. They're feeling it. Having a good time here in the rain in St. John's.
Well, Julia Cow has had 2 assists in this game, and now she's got a goal.
Boom, back of the net. Team Nova Scotia 3, Yukon no score here still in the first half. As we get a look right there, the shot just under the diving, stretched out keeper.
Well, I think that Mary London, well, there's an offsides against Nova Scotia. I think that Mary London was expecting a hard, high shot from a Cow just then, and a Cow actually kind of whiffed on that, and it went under the keeper, Mary London, and went in. So she was kind of lucky that she whiffed on that shot. Maybe when she got it, she was like, oh no, how did I let this slip away? But ended up working out for her in the end, and she's got a goal and 2 assists in this game.
That's the way it happens sometimes, is the Nova Scotia flag up and flying as Gusty's on his way to his next event. Traveling around all over St. John's and area, getting around to every single event going on here at these Canada Games. Down the wing, Nova Scotia in control. Looking to get that cross into the box. Evades the defender. Ball is up, player in there, but it just goes off the feet. This will be gobbled up by the Yukon and cleared. Smith getting it away. Now Mercier. He's got the ball over half, but Nova Scotia will pick it back up here and play it back to the keeper as they reset. May to Van Kessel and up the wing. Forced to turn back again. Lots of those white and purple jerseys in the way. Nova Scotia still looking to break it down. Going to stay on side here as Workman holds up. Mert. Out wide again to Workman, who's moved up off her spot. He played back again to Mert. Over to Miller. And then Van Kessel over on the other side. Buchanan. That's Jada, number 16. Plays the ball ahead for Team Nova Scotia. Still there, they'll get it out to Mert. Doesn't have a way forward. Finds a Cow. Yukon doing a good job holding their shape in the middle here, not letting Nova Scotia get the ball in. All kinds of possession, but it's all on the outside and behind. Not able to get into the dangerous areas on the park. Nova Scotia continues to control as they once again send it back to the D. It's Van Kessel. And then now McDowell. Up ahead, still there. Good move, Buchanan. Buchanan still trying to fight her way forward for Nova Scotia. That's a third straight block there for Yukon. Yukon doing a good job protecting the ball here. Trying to keep it away from the pressure. And will stay in over on the wing. Yukon on the break. 4 players forward for Team Yukon. See that far wing. Can you get the ball over? Instead, the ball rolls into touch, and it's going to be a Nova Scotia throw. There's not a massive Yukon contingent here cheering, but they're definitely making some noise when their girls start to get down the pitch. Team Nova Scotia as Workman sends that ball up the park. Nova Scotia comes up with it. Ball sent forward, but out of range. And this will be played into safety as Emery just kicks it away from the attacker, and this will go out for another corner for Team Nova Scotia.
What a great last-ditch effort by Cassia Emery to just get her foot out and kick it out of play. Hopefully this will pay off for Team Yukon and they can clear this out quickly. We've seen a lot of set-piece goals today so far, Matt. They've been pretty dangerous.
Ball up for Nova Scotia. Good header by Yukon to get that out to the top of the box. Nova Scotia sends it back in, but into safe hands in the end. That was a good shot that initially looked like it might go high, and then that ball started to dip in. But London right there reads it all the way and has to work quickly there to get rid of the ball, as Nova Scotia just not giving Yukon any kind of time here. The press just keeps on coming. Now the flag up over on the far side. Offside go the Blue Nosers.
Well, we know that the assistant referees aren't afraid to put up the flags. The first week of competition on the men's side, we saw loads of offsides calls, usually going in the favor of Nova Scotia, but today, not so fast.
Well, you're going to get more offsides if you're the team attacking more often. Just the way it is. Van Kessel sending the ball over to McDowell as Nova Scotia sets up another attack here. 27th, about to be 28th minute of the match. Team Nova Scotia up on Yukon 3-0. McDowell to Buchanan. Now out wide. Nova Scotia looking to turn on the Jets and beat the defender. Ball sent in. That will take a couple of bounces. And Yukon will send it out toward the sideline. That one will roll out, and it will be a throw-in for Team Nova Scotia. Thrown back in by Team Nova Scotia. Teammates pointing, calling, send it back, and they do. Now on the wing again, 3 white shirts in the way. Nova Scotia back again to reset. In the middle looking for space is Workman. Workman pestered, but holding on to the ball. Good job under pressure. Finds Van Kessel. Van Kessel sending it long for Team Nova Scotia. Now out wide in the wing, Mert gets it under control, can't get a cross in. Ball still in play. It'll be onto a Yukon foot and then off a Nova Scotia one as that one goes out. Goal kick for Team Yukon. Rain might be letting up just a little bit here, but it's been in and out, in and out, in and out all through the afternoon and evening. So if the rain does start to hold up, enjoy the break while it's there.
And hopefully it'll hold up for the Team NL game tomorrow so they can pack the bleachers here at King George V Stadium.
Back in front, Nova Scotia still there, and the ball spills on the outside. It will be another corner for Team Nova Scotia. Now, sorry, Seth, go ahead.
Well, there's another great example of putting your body on the line, and it's Brianna Brown, her second Canada Summer Games, getting down and making that big block. But what a cross into the box, and that's an elite scoring chance, and right there, well done by Brianna Brown. She might have been able to draw a foul there as well, but Nova Scotia will head to the corner.
Number 22, Charlotte Oden, coming into the match for Nova Scotia.
Replacing en remplacement for number 12, the numéro 12, Kylie.
Well, let's take
Kylie Buchanan coming out of the match for Nova Scotia.
Let's take a quick look at the medal tables for the Canada Summer Games. Quebec on top with 105 medals. Ontario just behind them with 104. BC with 68. Nova Scotia with 49. Alberta with 44. Manitoba with 17. Saskatchewan with 5. New Brunswick with 5. Newfoundland and Labrador picking up their first gold medal today to make it 4 for them. PEI with 2. The Territories still without a medal here in the Canada Summer Games yet, but they still got a full week to do it.
I'm putting you on the spot, Seth. What was the gold for Team Newfoundland and Labrador in today?
1,500 meters wheelchair track and field. Gavin Baggs.
Oh, very nice.
That's his second medal of the games as well.
Oh, London, her clearance got caught by Nova Scotia, but they're going to play it back and set up the play while the goaltender was scrambling back into the net.
I thought a cow was going to go for a second of the game there.
Perhaps they didn't realize quite how open things were. Nova Scotia on the ball. It's in the back of the net. Ball sent in along the ground. Goaltender can't get it, and it's tapped home.
Well, a cow got her second of the match anyway.
Having herself a game here in this first half.
Well, 2 goals and 2 assists for number 11 on Team Nova Scotia. And just watch this ball. This is a gorgeous ball right through everybody and right to a cow who went right into the goalpost. And I don't know, somebody got a yellow card. I don't know if it was a cow or if it was Schmidt on Yukon, who was the one that pushed a cow into the goalpost.
Well, we're back underway. Nova Scotia now up 4-0. It's a good hard delivery along the turf. Ball took a little bounce. Goaltender unable to handle it. And a cow, the recipient, at the back post. Yukon up ahead looking for the attacker. Hanatani was up there for Team Yukon. Instead, it's Nova Scotia turning it back. May, the goaltender, out to the D. Now up into the midfield. Nova Scotia looking to spring the attackers on, but that blocked up by Yukon. They'll continue the attack and try again. This time out wide on the wing. A step on the defender. That's Oden, the newest player on for Nova Scotia, number 22. Sending it back, now across in, blocked again. This one will bounce out for a Nova Scotia throw.
Scored in the 32nd minute rather. Marqué dans la 32e minute. By number 11, par numéro 11, Julia Akau.
Nova Scotia fans making some noise as Akau's second goal gets announced here at King George V. Yukon looking for a way forward out of their own end. Won't find it here. And it's another throw for Team Nova Scotia. There is Akau, number 11. Super dangerous throughout this first half, and this is still the first half for Team Nova Scotia, leading 4-0 on Yukon. Another cross blocked by Yukon. And then the ball taken away. Out to the wing. Lawrence looking for options. She's double teamed over there for Yukon. Nova Scotia, what a spin move. Opening space for themselves. Nova Scotia sends it across. Cut out. Good block by Yukon. And now it's still Yukon with the ball as they tap it forward. And stepping up for Team Nova Scotia, that's Van Kessel, ensuring that Mercier couldn't get down the pitch for Team Yukon. Workman up ahead. No shot this time around. And the goaltender out to claim for Team Yukon. Still smiles on faces for Team Yukon. That's good. Down 4-0 here in the first half. But still having fun. Now it's a cow sending it back to Workman for Team Nova Scotia. That'll go all the way back as the goalie comes way out to take this one at the back. May sending it out wide to the right wing. Up that far side. Did that go out over the end line? Yes. Took a moment for that flag to come up over on the far side, but yes, indeed. That ball did go out, and that will be a kick for Team Yukon.
Well, talked about this a lot last week. None of the territories have ever medaled here in Newfoundland and Labrador in the summer or winter games. We hosted in 1977, the summer games in St. John's. Then we hosted the 1999 winter games in Corner Brook, and then back to the summer games in 2025 in St. John's. Still have yet to win a medal. But again, the rest of the week still left to go for one of the territories to get on the medal table.
No, so it only was one try at the summer and one try at the winter. And back in 77 or 99, once again, one of those territories didn't even exist. None of it was still just part of the Northwest Territories way back then. Yukon continuing to show a little more flair here on offense. They've had the ball over half a couple of times. They've sent a couple of searching balls up ahead looking for the attackers. Able to move things up just a little bit when they get the opportunity. And it only takes that one friendly bounce to be able to get in and perhaps get on a good counterattack. As the ball goes out again and we get another goal kick for Team Yukon. Yukon elects to take this one short. Nova Scotia will steal the ball here about 30 yards out from goal. Attempting to send the ball through the defense. That didn't work. Blocked by those white and purple shirts. Yukon's pass off the mark there. And Nova Scotia will come over for the throw once more. Charlotte Oden tossing the ball in for Team Nova Scotia. Oden, a 16-year-old out of Halifax, plays for Halifax County United. The 2024-25 Rookie of the Year for the varsity soccer team at Citadel High School in Halifax. That's what perpetually in my mind is still the new school. Dating myself a little bit to be able to remember when Citadel High School opened. In a beautiful location just off of Citadel Hill. Go Phoenix. 2 minutes away from halftime. Nova Scotia with the 4-0 lead on Team Yukon. Still looking for more. Workman plays it off for Miller. Out wide again. Oden has been very much involved since coming onto the field for Nova Scotia. Unable to handle it this time, though, as it rolls out for another goal kick for Team Yukon. Team Yukon back in the corner in their own end. That'll go off the attacker's foot, and it's another goal kick for Team Yukon. London has not been short on things to do here in this first half, Seth.
No, that's for sure. London being absolutely peppered with shots so far. Still keeping a smile on her face and keeping her spirits up as we near the end of the first half.
Oh, nice play by the defender to get that one past the press from Team Nova Scotia, but given away, and London comes up with the save.
Oh, what a great save.
Fantastic save by London, and then Smith playing the ball out of play. Team Yukon makes another solid defensive stand.
I mean, this is an absolutely beautiful save from a tight angle, and then it looks like she might have got the punch to just get it out.
Ball in off the corner. Bouncing around, Nova Scotia still unable to get it back on goal for another shot here. And the ball ends up coming all the way back out to center. Workman on it there for Team NS. Not much time left in the first half as Nova Scotia continues to work this press. And once again, the ball out over the end line, but this time it's another corner. Corner will be taken by Miller.
The fourth official has indicated 1 minute to be added to the first half.
So just 1 minute added to the first half, Matt.
And back into the box, another save by London. She catches that on a one hop. Foul against Team Nova Scotia, pushing the back. And Yukon will get the free kick here in first half stoppage time. Just 1 minute, as you said, Seth being added on here, so not a lot of time to work. Yukon will send it up to center. Pass intercepted by Team Nova Scotia. That was Buchanan. We'll pass back and forth between defense and the midfield. Nova Scotia out to Workman. Does she have time? She does not, as that is the end of half number 1. It's a fantastic half for Team Nova Scotia. 4 goals in that first half across 3 goal scorers. Akau gets 2 of them. Fantastic half for her. Number 11 in blue was outstanding. Gusty's loving it. And Nova Scotia right at the start of this game. There's the header in. On the attack again. Yukon's defense has been solid. They've made some big, big blocks, but they cannot hold Akau off the score sheet for too long. Norm Mert, Nova Scotia with some beauty goals, and they lead it by a score of 4-0 over the Yukon. Stay with us. Second half underway from the second half soon from the Canada Games.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh,
Hey.
the diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The Bivo app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you the subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
Bivo.
Calling St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here.
be remembered. Canadian AV, proud supporter of the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh,
Hey.
the diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The Bivo app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you this subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
Bivo.
I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time.
One of the things to me about the Canada Games is it's truly integrated. We have athletes with an intellectual disability, with a physical disability.
Puis juste être inclus. Je pense que souvent, on est mis un petit peu de côté quand on est un peu plus jeune, puis qu'on est différent, puis qu'on a un handicap. Puis là, être à ces Jeux-là, c'était comme toute une grosse équipe.
It's important to have representation and to acknowledge their different perspectives of life.
When the opportunity is there, show up. The older you is gonna say thank you.
If you believe in yourself, you can make anything happen.
That's the Canada Games.
For millions of Canadians, too much screen time is a big issue. But for millions of others, zero screen time is an even bigger one. We are committed to growing digital inclusion.
It takes a village to raise an athlete. For more than 120 years, Marine Atlantic has connected our sports communities with the people, places, and games they love.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
A strong performer uses power wisely. The Toyota BZ4X is the official electric vehicle of the 2025 Canada Games. See our full electrified lineup at shoptoyota.ca.
Legends aren't born. They're built. Icons don't become icons overnight. What you hear about is the achievement. What you see is the result. But greatness is built on wellness. So here's to heroes unsung, efforts unseen, and distant dreams humbly attained.
In the quiet of the morning calm, where the sun rises at the dawn, and the birds sing their waking song, there's a story to be told. So if you hear a teller telling you a tangled tale, or maybe two, rest assured, every word is true, especially the bits they make up.
precision, vision, and strategy. The skills that make a great golfer are the same ones that make a great law firm. McInnes Cooper, an official sponsor of the 2025 Canada Games. Meet us on the course. Come celebrate our sponsorship on August 22nd.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
Be seen, be heard, be remembered. Canadian AV, proud supporter of the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
For generations, we've been nurturing the communities where we live and work. Providing space to grow and preserving the environment that surrounds us. Because we understand that when we invest in communities, we invest in the future. Crosby, committed to community.
Leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time.
A full life means something different to everyone. However you define a full life, we're here, paving the way for better access to care and empowering you every step of the way.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh.
Hey.
The diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The Bivo app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you this subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
Bivo.
Set to go for the second half between Nova Scotia and Yukon here at the Canada Games 2025 in St. John's. Number 14, Olako, entering the game for Nova Scotia at halftime. My name is Matt Little. Seth Hyde is alongside me here on English language commentary. It's a 4-0 game for Nova Scotia as we get back underway. Nova Scotia in the all-blue uniforms, attacking to the right side of the screen, and it's Yukon in the white and purple, attacking from right to left. And Nova Scotia, Seth, I'm just checking with you to confirm. Nova Scotia's changed their goaltender as well here to start the second half?
Yes, they did. So Sadie Delaray comes in for Kennedy May at halftime.
All right, very good. Well, good to give both of the goaltenders a little bit of time on the field, a little bit of experience here at the Canada Games. So Delory out of Antigonish plays for Cape Breton Football Club, coming into the game for Team NS.
Delory was also the best female goalkeeper in the SSU Showcase in 2025, as well as an Atlantic champion this year as well. So what a 2025 for her.
Not too bad at all. Nova Scotia takes the corner kick short as play continues here in this second half. Team Nova Scotia just outside the box. Yukon, good pressure, forcing a turnover here. Yukon holding on until they can get a little help. Now sending the ball forward. Yukon, little flick up. Nova Scotia will run back onto it and send it back to the D. Nova Scotia has been so calm in this game, able to send it back to the goaltender. Now on the attack very quickly. Nova Scotia, round one defender, shot, big save! That might be her best of the night.
What a stop by Mary London. That looked like that was going to be one of the goals of the tournament by Elizabeth Atkinson. Let's watch this again. Watch this touch. Ready? It looks like she's going to shoot right through the legs. Oh, my goodness. That's a beautiful play from her. Just couldn't put the exclamation point on that one. And, Matt, next whistle, looks like Nova Scotia is going to use up all of their subs and sub in 4 players.
Okay, so the bench getting into the game, getting everybody some minutes here in game number 1 of the Canada Games, as the cross in, just missed the header, and then players down, don't think the ball went into the net. It did not. It's in London's hands, where it's been throughout this game. It's a good delivery in. Ball takes a bounce, and the keeper fights through the legs to find it. Excellent job again by London as she continues to star here for Team Yukon. And a foul right on the edge of the box here against the Yukon. And Nova Scotia will have a free kick in tight.
Yeah, just a tangle of legs there just outside the 18-yard box. She looked like she thought she conceded a penalty there.
I mean, it was right on the line. If I was the defender, I would have been worried as well. But it's about a yard outside, so just a free kick for Nova Scotia. It's Mert standing behind the ball right now for Team NS as the referee backs the wall into position. 3-person wall for Team Yukon. Goalie in against her post. Ball delivered in high. Just missed the kick. And that'll go straight through. McDowell stepped up trying to take the kick for Nova Scotia, but it bounced out.
So Emily Hall is checking into the game, as well as Maya McCormick, Genevieve Sherlock, and Sydney Young. So those are the 4 substitutes for Nova Scotia. And thank you to Caitlin McIsaac for making that so confusing for us up in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, so that's literally everybody coming into the game off the bench for Team Nova Scotia. So players getting a chance, playing the first half and getting nearly a full second half in here as well for the substitutes. So everybody getting some good minutes under their belts here at the Canada Games. Getting minutes at an event like this, always important, as the field continues to be misted here on a very cool night in St. John's. All through week number 1, we battled heat exhaustion most of the time. Very sunny, very hot temperatures. The second week of competition has started off quite cool and with a good bit of rain. As the ball is sent in and once again just missed. The attacker running across in front of the goaltender can't quite get the touch to the ball, and it ends up in London's hands by the end of it.
Yeah, that's just a great ball by number 5, Ava McDonald, right into the box for Georgia Miller. She tried to get the tip on it. She might have got a piece of it there. Just a great job by numbers 5 and 6 connecting nicely.
Here's Nova Scotia once again stealing the ball in the middle of the park. And Nova Scotia touching it forward. They'll run onto the ball. Nova Scotia, 2 players in front, but the pass to the front of the net blocked by Yukon. It'll roll out by the flag. And once again, it's a Nova Scotia. I believe this, yes, this one is a throw, not a corner. But still, Nova Scotia in very deep. Now the ball lost. Yukon just sending it toward the touchline again. That'll be scooped up for another throw. Nova Scotia wastes no time putting back into play. Team Nova Scotia looking for more, but now the ball stolen away by Yukon. They get it as far as half before Nova Scotia is able to win it back. A good job by Murray for Yukon being able to get in there and cause a little trouble, break up that Nova Scotia press. Yukon not getting sustained pressure inside the Nova Scotia half, but at least getting Nova Scotia to back off and get away from their own net for a little while. Yukon breaking it up again, sending the ball forward. Second try, that one hits a teammate and ends up at the foot of Team NS. Team Nova Scotia still there. Looking for an option across the pitch. They'll find one. Oden is there, trying to box her out. That one actually stayed in play, did not go out over the back line, and then thrown into touch by the Yukon.
Yeah, great job by Yukon. One thing we've learned from this game is you can't give Nova Scotia any space, because once they get it into your box, it's very, very dangerous. They're great at capitalizing on their opportunities. Yukon taking away all of their space there and keeping this a 4-0 game, and they might draw a foul.
Now, Nova Scotia has done a wonderful job exploiting the opportunities they've had. Yukon has not been real easy to break down. Nova Scotia's had a lot of luck on the set-piece play in this game. Those have always been dangerous. But during open play, Yukon's done a good job of getting bodies back, getting some blocks, and when they haven't, London has been there in between the sticks. Yukon, good job protecting the ball, and Schmidt getting it away. Nova Scotia again. Some room here is Oden over on the near side of the pitch. Oden trying to cross it in, and that's cut out by Yukon.
Yeah, just another great job of Yukon taking away their space in that 18-yard box. Great job by Ella Lawrence, who's another returnee of the Canada Summer Games in 2022. Matt, guess how old she is? 16. And she played at the 2022 Summer Games. Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, you do the math on that one. That's very impressive. Nova Scotia continues to press, but just too many white and purple jerseys in there. Delivered back in wide of the goal. And this will be a goal kick for Team Yukon. 50th minute of the match. Yukon trying to get the ball out of here and get down the field, get themselves an opportunity on goal, see if they can break up the clean sheet for Team Nova Scotia as London claims the ball one more time in her area. Team Yukon, pass blocked by Nova Scotia. But then Nova Scotia unable to come through as Yukon had bodies in the way. All the way to the back line for Team Yukon. And pass ends up going out of play. It's a Nova Scotia throw.
Well, Matt, just back to number 8, Ella Lawrence for a second. She's from Haynes Junction, a village with a population of 688 in the 2021 census. Out of all the players that we have their hometowns on record, she's the only one not from Whitehorse and from a very, very small town in Yukon, bordering on Alaska.
Now, a fantastic job to be able to get yourself noticed, get on the territory team, as the new Nova Scotia keeper gets her first action of the match. Delory coming out to play the ball. Number 13 down there for Nova Scotia in the bright purple uniform. And Delory again, this time just getting the ball out to her defense. You certainly don't want to allow high danger chances, but if you're Nova Scotia, you probably want to let the new keeper touch the ball at least once or twice, so she's not having a nap should Yukon actually come down the field. Yukon working it here, over on the far side of the pitch. Ball stolen away again by Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia's been really, really good job in this game. Anytime Yukon gets the ball on their feet, Nova Scotia gets bodies in the way and strips it. Here is Yukon, and very quickly, right onto a Nova Scotia foot. Second player comes in to help out, and Auden came away with the ball. Nova Scotia got a player open out on the wing. Instead, it's going to be sent in. That'll bounce in front of the keeper, and that's a easy claim for London. Yukon continues to try to build out of the back as they come forward here. This is going to end up as a corner for Team Nova Scotia. That's wonderful that they want to build up out of the back, that they want to build up and get people involved and showcase their passing, but Yukon's got to go deep in this game at this point. Get somebody up there just barely onside and see if you can stretch the ball to them. Shot from Nova Scotia is blocked as McCormick tried to send it through at goal. Now it's out for a Nova Scotia throw. Young over on the far side of the field, ready to throw it in for Team Nova Scotia. We get back underway here in the 54th minute. Big cross in, that'll be settled down. Left out to right, shot and another save.
That's a gorgeous, gorgeous save by Mary London. Through traffic, lots of bodies in front of her. She does a great job of tracking it down and using that goalkeeper instinct to keep that ball out of the net.
All smiles again there for Yukon as Auden takes this out from the left boot, back onto the right, and London comes across. Not today.
She got that at the last second. Just a split-second reaction from her, which was just enough to keep that out of the net.
And back in possession again is the Yukon keeper following the corner. Chance of Yukon do it. Coming out of the crowd, trying to encourage their ladies on. They want to see a goal. 2 of the 3 territories have teams here in soccer, men's and women's, the Northwest Territories and the Yukon. And both of them did find the net in the preliminary round in the men's competition. Or in their placement game, I should say. Nova Scotia taking the ball away again. over on the far side of the field. And coming into the middle now. Nova Scotia will get it to Buchanan. Buchanan, time and space. She's going to let it go. And knocked down and taken by London.
Well, I love that shot by Jada Buchanan there to just put that on net. Again, test Mary London in these wet conditions to see if you can slip one into the net there. Those are the hardest shots for these keepers to save from outside the boxes. You have the whole net to shoot at. The keeper can't take away an angle.
Buchanan, just a wonderful name in Canadian soccer, both on the men's and the women's side. As London comes up with another save. Of course, Tejan with the men, and person who has been my personal favorite, male or female, Canadian player for a long time, Kadisha Buchanan on the women's team. A monster on defense. Another goal kick for Yukon. Yukon up ahead, takes a bounce. Yukon still in possession. Can they make something happen here? Start to get upfield. Well, it's Nova Scotia stepping back in front of the ball, taking it away. Sherlock winning it back for the ladies in blue. Ball played forward here. Good weight on that pass. Got it ahead to McDonald. McDonald going to jump, get it back herself. She'll play it back. Around a defender, shot wide of the goal.
Again, another heads-up shot right there through traffic from distance. That's another one where you can catch the keeper by surprise just a little bit too much to the left there.
Well, if you've got time and space there at the top of the box, why not take that shot? As Yukon looks for space here, once again pinned very deep in their own end, and they put it back into touch.
What a nice touch by the ball boy, I might add there as well. He brought that down nicely.
Now the ball boys out there working hard in these tough conditions as well. They're wet, they're cold, they're not complaining. A big moment for all of those guys to be involved in the Canada Games. Maybe next time around they'll be on the provincial team. As London comes up with another stop for Yukon. I haven't been fully tracking all the stats, but I got to see the sheet after this game and see how many saves London has. It's going to be a lot.
Yeah, London has had a lot of shots on target this game. I'd say she's in double digits. For all of our hockey fans out there, they might be like, oh, well, that's not that big. But in soccer, double digits is huge for saves. And I'd say she definitely has at least 10 or 12.
Yeah, I do not doubt that at all. And yeah, in soccer, that is an awful lot. There's shots, and then there's shots on target. And shots on target have been plenty for Nova Scotia in this game as we get a second look at that last collision, taking down the Yukon defender. Foul going against Odin. But now the ball back into touch, and it's Odin throwing it in for Team NS. Getting it to McDowell. Buchanan. Buchanan holds on to the ball. She doesn't have a shot. Nova Scotia will take it this time around. London made the save. Knocks down and gobbles up the rebound. Just a little toss to the defender as Yukon starts going again. Team Yukon out to the wing. Use that space. Yukon, Emery. To a teammate and then back again to Emery under all kinds of pressure. She's going to send it back to the goaltender. London coughed it up into the middle, and Yukon gets away with it. Good defending by Team Yukon. No foul as we play on. Yukon sending the ball forward. Two defenders, one attacker trying to run onto it. Murray, number 9, up there for Team Yukon. Oh, excellent turn for Yukon. She's got two options. Sends it in, but sends it too far. And the goaltender, Delory, going to take that one for Nova Scotia. Really the most dangerous Yukon has been in this game with a couple of targets up there at the top of the box. But the pass just went too far and into the goaltender instead of into either of the attackers. It's like Yukon getting ready to make some changes here.
Yeah, Maya Tripp checking into the game. Brianna Brown checking out. And the second sub is Aria Murray coming out, Josephine DeJagger coming in. And DeJagger is a parallel slalom gold medalist, as well as bronze and gold in alpine team event as well. So another multi-sport athlete checking into the game. She played at the Arctic Winter Games in 2023 and 2024. She's just 15 years old out of Whitehorse.
Shout out to my fellow giant slalom ski racers. I'm sure you're a lot better than I was when I was 15. Nova Scotia on the press, sends the ball to the front of the box, but taken away by Yukon. And DeJagger set up top for Team Yukon. So some new fresh legs up there in attack for Yukon. Well, they can get possession and send it forward for number 12. Nova Scotia back in now. This will be settled down by Maeva McDonald to the front of the box. Ball still bouncing in there. Nova Scotia will control it, still there along the back line. Did that ball stay in play? Yukon says it did not, and the referee agrees. So goal kick for Team Yukon here in the 62nd minute. Still 4-0 Team Nova Scotia. All the goals coming in the first half. London fakes the big kick, gives to the D, and then it'll be sent forward. Yukon, they're getting the turnover, and a good step up by Van Kessel for Team Nova Scotia. Yukon hasn't had many offensive looks in this game, and Nova Scotia defenders would like to keep it that way. Here's Nova Scotia in. Taken by Yukon. This one's going to go over the back for a corner kick. Good defending. And another corner on the way for Team NS. Big kick in off the corner. Kick toward the back as Yukon takes control. That'll go off a Nova Scotia body and out for a Yukon throw. Back in for Team Yukon, and here comes that Nova Scotia pressure. And in for a goal kick as it goes off the Nova Scotia attacker.
Well, just a scoring update from earlier. Team Ontario taking down Team PEI 4-0. Quebec taking down Team Northwest Territories 10-0. And right now 4-0 for Nova Scotia over Team Yukon.
That's a big, big win for Team Quebec over the Northwest Territories. Quebec, of course, always strong, and the men's champions as well at these Canada Games. We had no reason to believe the women's team wouldn't be very, very strong as well from La Belle Province. Out wide, Team Nova Scotia. Into the middle of the box, still there. Audouin with some time and space, she scores! Audouin hanging out for Team Nova Scotia. There was nobody guarding her and had time to put that one in over the keeper into the back of the net to make it 5.
Yeah, that's just some great ball movement in the box from Team Nova Scotia. Just watch this passing. Watch this patience. Audouin gets it and absolutely powers it over the keeper. What a shot from her. For her to be able to get that to dip down from that in close, that is some unbelievable talent from her to make this 5-0, a full handful for Team Nova Scotia.
Yeah, a really nice touch As you say, Seth, they make it look easy sometimes, but I assure you, getting that to go exactly where you want it is not. Just a brilliant touch. Nova Scotia on the rush looking for more. Team Nova Scotia winning the foot race to the ball. That's back into the goaltender, and London makes another save for Team Yukon. Goalkeeper actually sent it long off the goal kick that time around. And Yukon will come up with it here on the wing. Emery sending it back to a teammate. Back out wide, missed the pass. And that'll result in a throw-in for Nova Scotia. O'Dame sending it back in for Team NS. McDowell's cross didn't get all the way in. Yukon will look for a way out. Sent back in right by Nova Scotia again, and it's right into the keeper. And London makes yet another save. Got to be getting close to 20 at this point. Ball immediately stolen away by Nova Scotia. Buchanan in the middle tried to play that off to a teammate. Yukon broke it up. Yukon still in possession. Sending it out toward the wing. Nova Scotia steps up with it. That's McCormick winning it back for Team NS. Yukon, good turn there. Maintain possession, get it ahead. Pass intended for DeJagger, missed her. And that'll get all the way down to Delory. Nova Scotia will try the wing here on the near side. The latest goal scorer, O'Dam. Getting it back to Alako. For Team NS, played out to the wing. Ball forward gathered up by Yukon. They'll play it all the way back to London. London getting it away. Another good turn by Yukon. Roberts shown some good footwork, number 10 in white and purple. And Roberts back on it again. She's just going to get rid of this one. And it was actually fouled in the process, so it's a free kick to Yukon.
Well, don't you just love it, Matt, when the floodlights come on here at King George V Field. Such a beautiful, beautiful field.
And I do love being able to play under the lights, without any doubt. Two things I really love here. Number one, being able to play under the lights. Number two, having a big packed house. We'll have that tomorrow when the hosts are in action. Newfoundland and Labrador will be on this pitch tomorrow. And every single time Team NL has come up, there have been big crowds and lots of noise as London comes up with another great save. Falling to her right and taking the ball away from Ava McDonald.
Well, listen, back to crowds for a second. You know, St. John's absolutely loves soccer. And this stadium, whoever picked to build this stadium in this area next to Kitty Vitty Lake and surrounded by our old Memorial Stadium is just in such a nice area. Whatever one of my ancestors 100 years ago picked this spot, kudos to them.
It is a really scenic place, like you said, Kitty Vitty Lake. Just as soon as you go out the front gates of the stadium, it's literally right in front of you, the lake. First thing you see, another historic sporting venue in this town. The lake itself, and
yeah, where the Royal St. John's Regatta is held, the oldest organized sporting event in North America.
Oh my word, that didn't go in, and neither did that. London keeps it out off the line. And that smile back on her face. It disappeared after the fifth goal. It's back now. Off of the corner kick, Nova Scotia up for the header. No. A combination of the arm and the goal and the defender, and then down to take that one away. So we'll give Smith the first save and London the second, as Yukon does a fantastic job keeping Nova Scotia to 5.
Yeah, Madeline Smith and Mary London have been a great duo so far in this game. And showing it right there, Mary London, the second save, just pinned it under her hand. Once again, last second, she got her hand out to make that save. Well done from her. She's been absolutely peppered with shots in this game.
And ball against Team Nova Scotia as it bounced up and hit McDonald. So now 70 minutes played, 10 to go. And as the ball is sent down the pitch, courtesy of Yukon. Nova Scotia gobbling it up quickly, as they have been throughout the entire game. I don't know exactly what the possession stat is right now. Nova Scotia's got to be over 80%. Right into the middle, Nova Scotia cannot turn to get a shot away. They will keep possession of the ball. As McCormick, she sends it into the box, but that one's well wide. Yukon gets us moving again. Right at the back line in their own half. Yukon out to the wing, nobody home. That's a throw in for Team NS. O'Dame ready to throw the ball in for Team Nova Scotia.
Well, the Nova Scotia fans loving life here, Matt. They've had 5 goals to cheer about so far. And still time to pop in a couple more.
Yukon subs is why we've been waiting here.
Entering the game, number 17, numero 17, Valerie Q. Stone.
Q. Stone coming into the game for Team Yukon, wearing number 17.
Misha Nye Schmidt. Keep the match, leaves the game.
And Nan Schmidt leaving the match for Team Yukon here in the 72nd minute. And Yukon throw once again as that goes off the Nova Scotia foot. Laid away. Nova Scotia header looks to get control again, but this will bounce out, and another throw for Team Yukon. Team Yukon fans still making noise. They want to see a goal in this game, Seth. No foul, says the referee. Yukon will get to it and send that ball out into touch. Yukon playing it back toward their goaltender. It gets by and it goes all the way in.
I think Emily Hall might have got a tip on that, Matt, just to give it the extra boost to go in.
The way they're celebrating, I'd say you're 100% correct on that one. It definitely didn't just roll all the way back. So Nova Scotia with just a little touch, a little interception, and it's just enough. Make it 6-0 for Team Nova Scotia.
There's the pass by Smith all the way back, and what a great read. Really, really well done by Emily Hall to get there and just give it enough through the legs to put it in. Top goal scorer for Nova Scotia at Atlantics 2022, 2023, and 2024. So she's quite the goal scorer and showing it here in this game.
Yeah, Hall on the score sheet here, but just that little touch through the legs. Just good hustle, getting to that ball first.
Also went to nationals with Team Nova Scotian softball in both 2023 and 24.
Well, another multi-sport athlete as here comes Yukon. Yukon looking to come up the middle. And the ball taken back by McCormick of Nova Scotia, but she's still under pressure. Yukon's still there. Nova Scotia will just pound this one back down the pitch. Yukon once again threatening for just a moment, but it is a Nova Scotia throw again as they look to settle things back down. The cheers and noise that started coming out of the Yukon section once the ladies were on the rush. The support is passionate.
Scotia goal. Le but de la Nouvelle-Écosse. Scored in the 73rd minute. Compté à la 73e minute. By number 15, numéro 15, Emily Hall.
Emily Hall's goal being announced as the players continue on. 5 minutes away from the end, still playing in the mist. Long one in, and that is in. Over top of the keeper and into the net. Nova Scotia from range.
Well, Matt, we have seen some highlight reel goals today, but I think that one's better than the rest. What a beautiful goal. To have the courage to be able to take that shot from that far out and hit the mark to make it 7. Unbelievable. Watch this. McCormick just says, you know what? I think I'm going to shoot this. And bam, right in the net.
You catch that keeper out just a little bit. She puts it up off the left foot, and the range is absolutely perfect.
Well, the courage from Maya McCormick would make Gord Downey proud. What a beautiful, beautiful goal from her.
So 7-0 to Team Nova Scotia here over Yukon. 4 minutes toward the end of regular time. Yukon down in the Nova Scotia half, looking to regain possession of the ball. But Nova Scotia will get it back to the keeper, Delory. Nova Scotia back into attacking mode. Ball to the wing, settled down by McDonald. She's got options both ways. She'll elect to play it out wide. Audouin, cross to the top of the box off a Yukon foot. Now Yukon looking to protect the ball away. Yukon just needs an option here. Trainer, number 4 for Yukon, has entered the game as well. And Emery coming out, completing that swap for Team Yukon. Nova Scotia still in possession, laid off for McDonald. She'll try to send it in. That takes a deflection off a Yukon player. And the ball rolling on the line, still in play. Still in play. Nova Scotia, McDonald had it taken off of her foot, and that will go into touch again. Another throw to Team Nova Scotia. Up 7-0 here very late in the match. Nova Scotia taking the shot up and knocked down by the keeper. London got it. A big stretch up high to take that one away. Looked like it was going to be tucked under the bar, Seth, but a big leap by London denies.
Yeah, great save by London. Excellent job from her to track that ball down. And again, even in these slippery conditions, she made a beautiful catch.
Laco let it go for Nova Scotia. Looked like it was headed for the back of the net. But London able to keep it out. More cheers from the Yukon support. They still want to see one. And there's still a couple of minutes left as Yukon intercepts a pass. It'll be sent all the way back to London, as Yukon will look for an option to get down the pitch. Here's Smith. Yukon up ahead. That takes a bounce past Trainer, and it's Nova Scotia in possession again. They'll send it all the way back to the keeper. Delory will stop that. Delory to McDowell. Across the middle. Into the final minute of regular time here in the second half, as Nova Scotia sends the ball down the wing. Yukon will run onto it. Roberts makes a good quick turn. Another move around the attacker, and a third to just change direction, get away from danger. Back to Roberts again. Roberts has been a bright spot here for Team Yukon as they're calling for the ball forward. Yukon sending it down the wing, off a Nova Scotia foot, and just played out into touch. A final substitution going to be made here for Team Yukon as I swear they already made that substitution. But anyway, maybe they just intended to make that one earlier. It's done now. Trainer in. 2 minutes to be added on here. That's all that's left in the match.
I think that's actually Lilija Peterson coming into the game.
Not 14 coming in.
So I think Trainer is out there, Matt. Yes, she is. She's on our near wing. So you were right.
All right.
So we aren't going crazy.
Oh, that's always good to get confirmation of that. So 4 and 14 onto the pitch for Team Yukon as London comes out to send that one back down and then hustles all the way back into her net as Nova Scotia right back on the ball. Continuing to press here in extra time. Time added on. Can Nova Scotia add on one more goal? Still there, Audouin. Unable to get it to the front of the net. Yukon in possession. Yukon tapping it back to the D, now out wide on the wing. Nova Scotia will run onto it. Oden is still there. She'll try to bounce it back in. That's off Yukon, out for a Nova Scotia corner. Nova Scotia will hustle down to this one. They've got about a minute left, and they'd love to add one more in the set piece. And Nova Scotia will still have to play New Brunswick. Yukon will have to play New Brunswick as well. So as always, goals could be important here in the preliminary round. Team NS out wide. Looking to deliver the cross. Around one defender, past the second. Nova Scotia plays it into the middle. That'll take a little hop and be gathered up by London. London will put this one up herself. Nova Scotia knocks it down quickly, but back onto a Yukon foot. And once again, driven down the pitch. Can anybody run onto it in the final moments? Nope, the moments are done. The game is over. Team Nova Scotia defeats Team Yukon by a score of 7-0 as they win their opener here at the 2025 Canada Games in women's soccer.
Yeah, great game. Yukon battling till the very end. Again, showing a lot about their character, but Nova Scotia just the better team the whole way through and deserving of this 7-0 victory.
A good effort for Team Yukon on defense. They were solid, and of course you can't say enough good things about Mary London in goal for Team Yukon. Was really, really good all the way through. Came up with a lot of saves, some fantastic stops. And Yukon will have to get ready and do it all again tomorrow as they take on New Brunswick. Thanks so much for joining us here at the Canada Games 2025. The teams were swimming through the rain on this one, but it was Nova Scotia, the Blue Nosers, who took control early, the goal in the opening minute, and they never let up. 4 goals in the first half, 3 in the second for Team Nova Scotia, as they never took their foot off the gas against Team Yukon here in their opener. London did everything she could for Yukon, made a ton of saves. But it's Nova Scotia getting the points and getting the all-important first victory here in group stage play on the opening day of women's soccer at the 2025 Canada Games. For my partner Seth Hyde, my name is Matt Little, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow, 3:30. Our first game on this field tomorrow afternoon with the hosts in action. Come back and see Team Newfoundland and Labrador. Once again, final score here. It's Nova Scotia 7, Yukon no score on day 1 women's soccer at the 2025 Canada Games.
leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's